Arnes, what's the best part of a King Kong movie?
I'll tell you what. When he gets replaced by Godzilla.
What? Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Chess. My name's Steve.
My name is Arnes.
And today we're going over Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, or as you may also know as Ebirah, the Horror of the Deep. Or Horror of the Deep.
It's a
I don't think
shrimp.
there's a the. It's a lobster.
No, that look like a shrimp.
I'm pretty sure it's a giant lobster. It had like little weird pinchers and everything. Except one was kind of tiny, one was kind of big.
So it's the crab people from South Park?
Crab people. Crab people. So pretty much the premise of this film is that Ryota loses his brother Yata out to sea because he was on like a fishing trip, and after some storms and random stuff happens, then he disappears, so he decides to go get a ship of his own. What ends up happening is he meets up with these two other characters at a dancing contest.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, don't skip the best part.
Yeah, where they're like, dun, 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 where most people look pretty fine for dancing for 3 straight days. But ends up trying to get into the contest, but it's already been too late. So what do? Go to the harbor and go take a yacht that was conveniently also already going to be stolen by a bank robber, but then the guy stole it from the bank robber who already stole it.
Which,
if that makes sense.
confusing?
And then they go out to sea, end up meeting up with Ebirah. Doesn't turn out well. They get stuck on the island. Come to find out people are making nuclear weapons on the island. They still natives. And then Godzilla starts showing up.
You know what? Japan has a lot of certain islands out there just...
Yeah, just with monsters on them.
Yeah. We're going to have to take a trip out there,
That'd be awesome. Just go to a random island and be like, sweet! Giant shrimp, lobster, condor, things.
King Kong?
What?
Mothra?
Yeah, there's a lot of monsters in this movie, actually. Minus King Kong. Who was, if you guys didn't know, was supposed to be a part of this movie originally. Which is why the plot seems a little bit weird, because they're going to an island with natives, and then we'll just get into the plot as of right now. Which for me, it's not a bad story until we get to the Godzilla element, because for the most part, it's kind of interesting with the whole Kyoto trying to find his brother Yata, ends up taking the ship, goes out, try to find him, and then they find the island, which is kind of already being inhabited by these really bad people who are also taking natives from Infant Island, which if you don't know, that's where Mothra's from. And they're putting them to work making this like orange stuff that keeps Ebirah away, while also making other stuff, nuclear weapons, which you find out about halfway through the film.
Steve, why are you trying to justify crap?
But it's not that bad. Like, even
It's
like the
horrible.
interaction between them is pretty good. Because I remember watching the old English dub, which I actually like a lot more than the newer one I've seen, because some of the voice acting, it's like, it's really bad.
You're trying to justify crap.
Definitely watch this in Japanese subtitles. It's definitely a lot better. But for the most part, for the story, like, I always thought it was cool, because they end up coming into contact with I forget officially what their name is.
Red Bamboo or something like that?
Actually, yeah. I think it's the Red Bamboo. I didn't even have to look it up. I was like, wait, huh? So they come into contact with them, and then there's like little shootouts and stuff, but then they have to find out like what's up with the island, because they're trying to get off the island and also find the other dude's brother. And so there's like this little like, they sneak into the base, there's some like awesome like covert ops elements to it, with them like hiding in the bushes, kind of like old Metal Gear Solid, like hiding in the box kind of thing. It looks bad, but it works.
I swear to God, I was expecting to see a box like that. It was so bad, I was just waiting for the box.
But it's pretty cool to that point, and then they find out that Godzilla's actually sleeping on the island as well.
What?
Yeah, which is a little odd, 'cause he's just kind of taking a nap, so eventually when stuff goes down and they can't really get off the islands themselves, they decide to wake up Godzilla with electricity. Because there's a thunderstorm, so what they do is they take like some wires they got for the first time they broke into the base.
She was making a
randomly
necklace?
make stuff out of it. Yeah, she was wearing like a necklace. And then, so they string it like to the sword that they randomly found, drag it to Godzilla, and then they, without getting radiation sickness or anything, because you figure you have to get pretty close, or just toss it down, hope for the best, But they use the electricity to wake up Godzilla, which is your first indication that this is not officially a Godzilla movie.
It's supposed to be King Kong.
Even though it is officially a Godzilla movie, it's where the story starts getting a little bit weird. Because then Godzilla wakes up, and this is where he first fights Ebirah too. Which overall, I actually like the fight scenes in this for Godzilla. Like, they're pretty interesting, but they're also very King Kong kind of fighting style.
He ripped his claw off and he was like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, that's right towards the end. But, so he ends up fighting Ebirah. Ebirah actually retreats after the first fight that they have. And then, like, Godzilla ends up falling kind of in love with the one native girl that's the main plot, which is also a very King Kong element. And he also fights a condor, protecting the girl. Which, that thing looked hideous, though.
If there's
one monster I have not really enjoyed as per the entire Godzilla series so far, definitely the condor.
Hey, where's he in your collection, Steve?
Oh, yeah, because that's totally a thing. I don't even know if that has a figure. I'm actually not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments below if there's actually a condor toy.
Something
I know Ebirah's kind of hard to find, but you can actually get an Ebirah figure, like there's X pluses and stuff, but I don't know if there's a condor.
Steve needs
Do I need a condor? Not really.
Yes, he does. What's to remember? Okay, so this bank robber's got some set of skills.
Skills that makes him a nightmare for people like the Red Bamboo.
Yes. Okay. Somehow he has a set of skills to go in there and set the nuclear thing. Like,
I like how too they fuck it up and they're just like, oh god, we gotta reach down in there and get it.
Like, what? No. I don't even want to talk about this movie. You go ahead. This movie makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. Yeah, so the plot overall, it's okay. But it's one of those, like, if it was King Kong, definitely would have made a lot more sense. With Godzilla, still okay. It's just, like, from what we've learned previously in the other Godzilla films, especially with him being woken up by electricity, like, you figure he'd be pissed off or something with that whole thing happening. No, it made him happy. He fell in love.
Yeah.
Stupid.
This is weird, like, the tactics they use to wake up Godzilla. Like, you think it's radiation being on the island because there's a nuclear reactor, but actually get Godzilla to wake up and go...
Yeah, that is why I have an issue with this movie. There's so many, like, loopholes in here. Like, it's radiation. Godzilla loves radiation. He searches for it. They're making nuclear bombs. He doesn't even care about that. He's chasing the love of his life. He gets woken up by electricity. This thing should have pissed him off. It's his weakness. No, he's like, oh, man, thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate that. Hey, how you doing? No.
I'm sorry.
No. Don't justify crap, Steve.
I'm trying to make it better than it is. Overall, like, for the plot, it's definitely my least favorite as of right now in the Godzilla series. Like, it's one of the first ones where I was just like, eh. Though I did actually watch this one a decent amount as a kid, though. But now, it's one of the ones that, over time, has definitely lost its favor with me. And next, we'll move on to the suits. Which, overall, we're going to start with Godzilla. Because we're always going to start with Godzilla. Because, yeah. Godzilla's suit looks pretty good.
It's the same one from the last movie, so it's like...
pretty much. Like, the head sculpt-wise looks more or less the same.
There's nothing special about it, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, it just looks good. Suitable. Serviceable.
Acceptable.
Yeah. It's definitely not my favorite of the series, but it works for the film. And then we got Ebirah, which actually is a pretty cool looking kaiju.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm confused.
They call him a giant lobster in it. It's pretty much what he is.
It's not a lobster. Like, it's...
Like, he's got some weird elements. Like, he's got, like, the weird penguin nose from Batman. Batman. I'm Batman. But he's pretty neat, though. Like, they even, like, this is, like, the first time we actually got, like, full-on underwater fights as well, where they actually show the underwater fights with Ebirah.
I guess what happens underwater.
I know he doesn't favor well in these fights, though, which is to be expected. We have giant radioactive dinosaur that can shoot atomic blast out of his mouth, fighting a lobster. Doesn't seem very fair.
You know what my favorite scene of that movie is? When they were playing volleyball.
They do play volleyball. There's also the famous cannonball scene where, like, they're like, Godzilla's gotta get off the island. He's like, yeah!
Which I'm assuming...
It's like slow motion.
Which I'm assuming is supposed to be King Kong, because it would made sense the way he jumped, and, it's just...
It's fine. I was cool with it. And then we already briefly mentioned the condor, just...
It's like, man, how can we butcher this monster even more?
I was like, man, we've had Rodan in all these movies. I'm sure the suit would have been okay. Why couldn't Rodan just randomly show up to the island and then get chased away? Nope. Made a weird, deformed-looking bird thing show up. Like, and even, like, it's just when it comes in, you're just like, ugh. He's like,
like a chicken. It looks like a chicken.
It's pretty horrible. And then there's Mothra.
There was no Mothra. There was painting of Mothra.
There was Mothra for part of it.
No, it was
painting. It had to come to the island to save the natives.
Did you see the difference when it switches between the painting of Mothra, like the eyes, and then the actual Mothra?
They're like, hey, that looks pretty good. Oh, that's actually the actual animatronic. Oh.
I was like, oh man, they did a bang-up job on Mothra. Oh, never mind.
Never mind, that's a pretty stationary Mothra.
Oh. See? A lot of loopholes in this movie.
It's not a loophole. That's just like, you know what would save us time and money? We need Mothra in the shot with all the natives doing their thing. But instead of green screen it, we're just going to literally paint it on the wall.
They had a Picasso do it because it was damn good. Unacceptable.
It was pretty cool. Like, I would love that to be on my wall.
You know what else was horrible? Is when that guy in the movie, I don't mean to cut, but when they capture that squeaky voice character and they throw him in a prison with the natives, and he's like, I know a solution, you guys. We'll just use these fake fruits for dish staff. Whee! And then everybody starts dancing and throwing the fruit around.
Like, why didn't we think of that?
What is this? Like,
at least he had some use in the movie. Otherwise, he's just like an annoying sounding person for the rest of it. Just like, I'm scared, guys. I'm just like, well, like I love it when they're in the cave where he's just everyone like, are we gonna go to the thing where he just sit around here? He's like, no, I think we're gonna stay in the cave, guys. And then they're like, never mind, I'm going. Once they knows Godzilla's down there.
You know what he sounds like? Sounds like, I swear to God, the entire movie there's somebody squeezing his balls.
Yeah. Just like a really bad Mickey Mouse impersonation. Like, Jane golly, fellas. Oh.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Just props.
Yeah, there's that one shot when he just, like, shoots that beam, or what is that, water beam? Like, destroys that building. That was pretty cool, I guess.
It's not a blast.
There's something.
There's the dudes on the boat, which is actually kind of cool, where, like, the natives are trying to get away from when they first bring, like, the new batch of natives to the island.
I ignored that part for a reason.
Kind of rowing away, and then Ebirah shows up and eats the people. That was actually cool when I was a kid. On VHS, it looks good. DVD/Blu-ray? Eh. That's a lot. But that's a problem with a lot of these older movies, though. It's just some stuff doesn't quite as hold up because just technology at the time. That part actually works pretty well for me. And then there's like the ship that kind of comes in and out, and it's spraying the orange fruit thing that Ebirah doesn't like. Yeah, it is kind of yellow, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm failing everybody.
What color is it? I don't know. VHS is different. DVD is different. Make up your mind, people.
Then there was jets. He gets attacked by jets. When do people afford jets? These the Red Bamboo have enough money. They don't really explain why they have enough money. But they're making nuclear missiles. They got jets to help defend the island. Why do you need a giant lobster to protect your island? Well, you just have fighter jets and nuclear weapons.
They're being funded by government.
Yeah, like, could they just kill Ebirah? Like, did they really have to, like, try to appease, like, spray off this, like, insecticide stuff to be able to go back and forth?
He's endangered species, man.
Oh, yeah, because we totally cared about that way back when.
Yes, we
I'm pretty sure that, like, they killed Godzilla. He was one of a kind. Granted, he's back now. But they tried.
Exactly. He's back.
Yeah, but just... Well, Ebirah won't be back.
Godzilla was like, give me this.
Flawless victory.
Give me this. I was just waiting for him to, like, beat him with, like, jacks.
Just stabbing him with them. Like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
It didn't happen, sadly.
Oh, that would have been sweet, though. But for the props, overall, are pretty serviceable for this movie as well. Nothing really too bad. Mainly, it's just the
DVD quality that makes it look really epic.
Yeah, this is pretty much just stuff at the time. Just really isn't as updated as it was now. But it works pretty well for the film. It's not really anything worse we've seen than with any of the other Godzilla movies.
No, that ship, that ship scene, and those people. No, that was pretty bad.
That was okay. I love how you can tell it's like a little, like, I don't know if it was like a wind-up toy or something, but they're just like going to town, just not really getting anywhere, and everyone's just like, nope.
But that was pretty bad. By far, that's probably got to be the worst.
But I love that scene too, especially like if you're watching a DVD, it's the one thing where it's like crystal clear at that scene. Like you just see everything so freaking perfectly. Like on some of the other ones, you can still kind of tell, like definition-wise and whatnot, like where it came from. It's older. Well, that actually looked pretty solid, other than just the older suit and props and whatnot. But whatever.
They filmed it in the bathtub.
It wouldn't surprise me. They probably just set up like a little pool and just had the monster head chilling in there.
Would make sense.
Alright, so overall, my opinions of this movie. It's okay. This would be the first Godzilla movie I would say if you guys didn't watch it, I wouldn't feel bad. This is definitely one you could probably skip. Still would recommend watching it, just if you're going to watch Godzilla movies, might as well watch it, you know? And especially with the whole Godzilla history. But it's just not really enough here to really keep bringing back my interest. Like, this isn't a Godzilla movie I would definitely rewatch. Even though I own it and I've watched it a few times, I used to watch it a lot as a kid. Just nowadays, it's kind of like, it's more of like a whatever Godzilla movie.
This is where we defer. I'm going to save you an hour and 26 minutes of your life, okay? You want to watch a King Kong movie? That's fine. Go watch it. Don't watch this. It's not a King Kong movie. This isn't a Godzilla movie. This is just something that they put together in like 15 minutes and call it a day. They didn't even think about the storyline or how to go with it. Like, okay, the human part aspect of this was like up climb, except at the beginning, he goes to see some crazy lady. She's like, he's alive. He's like,
I've talked with the spirits.
I must go on an adventure to find my brother. It's like the most cheesiest, corniest thing you'll ever watch in your life.
That's what's amazing about it.
And that's why I said...
What is corny about Godzilla?
And that's what I said. That part's up climb the hill of this movie. And you get up to like 10.
Yeah, you're already here at the beginning, and then it's just like...
And it's just like... and like hit the ground and just started drilling going down. It's just... No. Save you some time. Don't watch this. And it's...
Okay, that was a little rough, but what do you guys think about this movie? Please let us know in the comment section below what you guys thought of Godzilla vs. Sea Monster. Help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe to become a Ranger today, and we'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye!